In this video, we are going to cover how to generate documents when setting up a case. This function can be especially useful if you regularly create documents at the same time that you set up cases, such as report templates, contact letters, contracts, or any other kind of document that you regularly create while you also create a case. So for this function, we'll go inside of a case that we created, and you'll see edit case, and that will bring you to this page where you initially input all of the case information. So here we have the case number, the due date, the employer / client information, claimant subject information, and the custom fields. So in order to use this function, which is the generate documents button here, we are going to begin by creating master templates. If you're unfamiliar with creating a master template, I would recommend that you pause this video and watch our template video to familiarize yourself with how to create master templates. So the master templates for this feature are slightly different. We are using the same code that you would to create a template for the template feature by using the left and right curly braces. However, we are going to title the changing information. So here we have our client information at the top and our case information here. And to get that information, we are actually using the case information. So here you can see the case number. Here we have employer, client, and there's the first name. There's the first name here, last name, and then the claimant or subject information, first name, last name, and then down here in the custom fields, we have our employer / client address. So as you'll see, I've structured this report template to have first and last name, email address, employer / client address. So this will cover our client information, and then here case number, subject, first name, last name, date of incident, or injury date, which is how it appears here, injury date. So when you're structuring your template, you are going to enclose the titles in the left and right braces, and then be sure to title them the same title that they appear in this portion when you've set up your case. So if you wanted to add case types, you could add case types, and you would enclose this title in the left and right brace. So I've already gone ahead and created this report template. I've gone ahead and created a service agreement or contract, and then a contact letter. So when I set up a case, I oftentimes will use these 3 documents throughout the duration of a case. So to help make things quicker and more efficient, it can be helpful to just create these documents at the same time as setting up a case. So there, I've gone ahead and showed you what those documents look like, and now we are going to go into our template feature, and I'm going to simply drag and drop those those master templates into the template feature. So here you can see they are starting to appear there. So I've gone ahead and now added my report template, and I've titled this from cases, and contract from cases, and contact letter from cases. I've done that just so that I can find these easier within my template feature. For example, I have a report template in here that might be structured differently because, as I noted, when you're creating the documents from the cases, you may add different titles that reflect the case information. So just to go over this once more, here we are in our total cases, and I am going to select the case that I just created that I'd like to generate the documents for. I'll go ahead and go back into Edit Case, and then I will select Generate Documents, and here now I'll select my templates. So I have the report template, the contract, the contact letter. Of course, if you've structured other master templates, you could generate as many templates as you wanted to, which is why this feature is helpful. If you're generating 5 or 10 documents at a time, you can generate all of those documents at the same time by just selecting them in here. So of course, once you've created your master template, you don't have to continue making templates. You just set up your case, select the documents, and then you would click continue. And now here it gives you a preview of the information that's going to be input onto those documents. So the only thing that is not automatically added is the header date, which we will manually add ourselves. Here you also have the opportunity to change any of the information if you want. So CFI, you can make an edit to any of this information. So we are going to now generate those documents and select the desktop. And now I have opened those, and here you can see we have our information put into the proper place. There's our report template, there's our contact letter, and there's our contract. So again, just to reiterate, if you regularly create multiple documents at the same time as setting up a new case, using this function can be a way to streamline that process. And of course, if you ever get stuck, be sure to check out our guide or any of our other useful videos to help you with this process.